ब्रिटिश कोलंबिया की बाल विकास ते परिवार भलाई मंत्री मितजी डीन ने प्रोविंस अंदर सर्वव्यापी बाल विकास लई नवे कानून का ऐलान किया है। इस प्रस्तावित कानून तहत बच्चों की देखभाल लई विश्वव्यापी सिस्टम लई सालाना रिपोर्ट का भी जिक्र किया गया है। इस तहत मंत्री नूं कानून लागू करने के अधिकार दिते जाणगे।
Traditional territory of the Lekwungen-speaking people, now known as the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, on whose land we do our work. I go by she, her pronouns, and I spoke in the Lekwungen language to show my deep appreciation and respect. I'm going to start by introducing our guest speakers joining me today for this exciting announcement. We have Katrina Chen, Minister of State for Childcare, and she's with me here in the BC Legislature today in Victoria. We have two guests joining us virtually. Sharon Gregson of the Coalition of Childcare Advocates of BC, and Jenny Oikawa, a working mother whose family has benefited from our investments in childcare. This morning, I was so honoured to introduce the first reading of two new pieces of legislation that will build the foundation for an inclusive, universal childcare system for BC families. The Early Learning and Childcare Act and the Early Childhood Educators Act. The first new proposed legislation carries on the work first started 25 years ago when the original BC Childcare Act was introduced in 1996, of building an accessible, affordable, quality and inclusive childcare system. When enacted, the Early Learning and Childcare Act will increase transparency and accountability on government progress towards building an inclusive, universal childcare system. The proposed Early Childhood Educators Act will help strengthen the quality and capacity of the early learning and childcare workforce and help to improve the oversight of people who care for children in our province. It's my honour now to pass it over to my colleague, the Minister of State for Childcare, Katrina Chen, to provide more details on how these new pieces of legislation will improve the services we provide and benefit children and families across BC.